Thank you very much. So today I'm going to share with you my top 3 strategies that you need to move from being an employee to being an entrepreneur. And these are the exact same strategies that I teach in my business mastery programs and my entrepreneurial training programs, where people are coming from all over Europe to Germany to learn my entrepreneurial training strategies. How many of you are afraid to raise your hand because your boss is sitting in this room and you don't want him to really know? So the rest of you. And if you don't hear anything else I say tonight, the one thing I want you to hear me say is that I hope from this time that we spend together, this 1 hour that we spend together, that you walk out of that door with ideas of how to start creating your life. And I want to draw your attention, which I can't get over there because we have a panel session in between us that's coming up, but over on the whiteboard there's 2 words that are written. And these 2 words, reactor and creator, I want you to notice that both of these words have exactly the same letters in them. But what I want to tell you is that I stopped reacting to my life. I quit my job, and in a 5-year period of time, I got the right idea, I implemented the right strategies, and I'm no different than anyone in this room. So the first, foremost, foundational principle for starting your own company, the most important strategy that you need to know is about mindset. And it's about giving yourself permission to stop playing small. Mindset is what determines the level of success that you reach in your life. Your mindset determines how much love you let into your life, and it determines how much money you let into your life. Your mindset about your life is actually the most important aspect that you can take control of and you can do something about right now. And it's absolutely the foundation for starting a successful company. And I defended my proposal against 15 top competitors, companies of 5,000 people and more, and I won the project. I had to overcome that next level of mindset in my business, and this is my 10 million euros. So what I want to say to you is that you, yes you, can identify your own limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck in reactor mode. That was my money mindset, was keeping me stuck in reactor mode, and I moved to creator mode when I overcame those mindsets. So you, yes you can also jump from the smaller fish bowl into the bigger fish bowl if you can identify those mindsets that are holding you back. So what I want to ask you, I shared with you my story, and you're going to hear another mindset story that's going to come up from another entrepreneur in just a moment. But I want to ask you right now, what is it that's holding you back from doing what you know you want to do in this life? What is it that's keeping you playing safe, keeping you playing small in your life or in your business? Is it something that you learned culturally? Is it something that culture told you? Is it something that your environment told you? Just think for a minute. Everybody has it. I've only met a few people that claim that they don't have anything that's holding them back. And I like to challenge them when I hear that, because all of us has a little something that has us stuck in reactor mode and not in creator mode. What is it that's holding you back? The first strategy is that you have to give yourself permission to stop playing small. The second strategy is stepping in to you as the expert. And this is probably the biggest challenge I see of all of the entrepreneurs in my training programs, is that it's like, yeah, okay, we've overcome our mindset and we're really good at doing this. And I get them to step in to saying, yeah, you know, that's what I'm the best at doing. I am the expert at doing that. And I think some of the cultures that we live in, and I think Germany is especially challenging in this area. Thank God I have a doctorate title, although I never use it. This is the only place, Tim will tell you, that I ever use my doctorate title. I'm Renee, right? I'm not Dr. Moore. But somehow in the culture that we live in Germany, we think we have to have a degree or a doctorate degree, or we have to be trained as this or have this certificate so that we can step into our expertise. And that's not true. That's not true. Some of the best businesses and most successful businesses that I work with in startup are people who have been able to identify their expertise even though they didn't have a degree in it. Just think about it. I don't have a degree in business administration or an MBA or anything else. I have a doctorate in neuroscience, but somehow I created all these companies, right? You identify what you're the best at, and then you step into your expertise and you create your business. So once we've overcome our limiting mindset, the next step is to step into ourselves as the expert. When you're in your zone of excellence, that's where the rest of the world wants you to be. That's where your spouse wants you to be. That's where your colleagues want you to be. That's where your friends want to be, because you're predictable. They know how to relate to you. They know what you're going to do. But it's in your zone of genius. When you transcend the zone of excellence and you're able to step into your zone of genius, that's where your expertise lies. That's your foundation for starting your company. That's the foundation for taking your company from this level to this level, is when you identify your zone of genius. Your zone of genius is filled with those activities that you are uniquely suited to do. Those are the things that you do the best. Those are the things that everybody comes to you and says, can you give me advice on this because you're so good at that? And you find yourself giving advice away for free. That's your zone of genius. Can everybody identify areas in their life that fall into the zone of excellence and the zone of genius? What I want you to think about is, what is it that you do, that's your zone of genius, where time stands still? That's the second strategy for starting your successful company, from moving from employee to entrepreneur. So that gets us actually to the third strategy I'm going to share with you tonight, of how to move from employee to entrepreneur, or how to start creating your life, whether it's creating a business, whether it's moving to another city, but how to create your life. And that is, once you're clear on what your expertise is, you need to become really good at marketing and positioning it. Once you get clear on your expertise, you have to be really good at marketing and positioning it. The number one reason small businesses fail is not because the owner didn't have a good idea. It's not because they didn't have a good idea for a good product or service. It was because they didn't market or position their business. Marketing is just creating energy. And the number one way to market and position your business is to find what's wrong and make it right. What is it that you can do differently? Don't be like everybody else. Take the risk to do things differently, especially in your business. The quickest way to be successful is to find that unique market niche, step into it, and be the one. That's what people want. They don't want you to be like everybody else. I'm just like you. The only thing that we've done is we've moved from reacting in our life to creating our life. And our choice was to create a business. Your choice may not be to create a business. It may be to create something else. It may be to move to Paris, or it may be to do something else. But absolutely identify those mindsets, those blocks, and step into the thing that you do best. And that's where your inspiration will lie. I want to leave you with one final thought. Actually, two final thoughts. I want you to look at that board again. I want you to see how the two words creator and reactor have the same exact letters in them but different outcome. I want you to leave with that. If you don't remember anything I say 6 months from now, I want you to remember to go out and create your life. Your time is limited, so don't waste it. Living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of other people's opinion drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. Listen to what your insides are telling you. Follow your intuition. Stay hungry. Stay foolish. Thank you very much. Good job.